Our top story on the broadcast is right versus right, is the Shiv Sena versus the Bharatiya Janata Party on the Sri Ram Temple funds collection. So the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra has said that volunteers will go out across the country from Arunachal Pradesh to Nagaland to other parts of the country and start collecting funds for the construction of what the Tirth Kshetra says would be a Divya Bhavya Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram Temple at Ayodhya. The Shiv Sena has lashed out in Samna saying this is campaigning for the BJP 2024. India Today's Kamlesh Sutar brings you our top story tonight.
The Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra's announcement of a mass contact program to collect funds for the construction of a Divya and Bhavya Sri Ram temple at Ayodhya has sparked off a bitter war of words between former allies, the Shiv Sena and the BJP. The Shiv Sena, in an editorial in its party mouthpiece Samna, has accused the BJP of politicizing the Ram temple issue and using it as a campaign weapon ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha election.
जिनके मंदिर के लिए लोगों ने बलिदान दिया है, खून बहाया है और कोर्ट के आदेश से मंदिर बन रहा है, प्रधानमंत्री ने उसके भूमि पूजन शिलान्यास किया है। अब अयोध्या के राजा के लिए आप चंदा मांगने के लिए घर घर जाएंगे, तो ये राजा का अपमान है हमारा और हिंदुत्व का भी अपमान है।
The Shiv Sena has raised several questions about the timing and mechanism of the mass contact program and funds collection. In Samna, the Shiv Sena asks, who are the volunteers? Who are the organizers of the mass contact program? Who decided funds need to be collected for the Ram temple? Is this the BJP campaigning for 2024 in the name of the Ram temple? The BJP is right back at the Shiv Sena, criticizing its alleged Ram Virodhi stance. The BJP claims Shiv Sena, in its lust for power, is a repeat offender and has repeatedly tried to stall temple construction in Ayodhya.
2024 के चुनाव में भी शायद फिर एक बार हार देखनी पड़ेगी, इसका डर इनके मन में है। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए राम मंदिर निर्माण का कार्य ये तब भी राजनीतिक नहीं था, आज भी राजनीतिक मुद्दे का सवाल नहीं।
The BJP has charged the Shiv Sena with playing politics on the construction of the Ram temple, claiming that the Samna editorial lays the foundation for the party's defeat in the 2024 election.
राम मंदिर भव्य बनने जा रहा है, उस पे यदि कोई राम भक्त अपना समर्पण का भाव श्रद्धा के साथ देता है तो उसे भी शिवसेना चंदे के साथ जोड़ेगी। यही इनकी ओछी राजनीति है।
The Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra has announced a nationwide mass contact program officially starting from Makar Sankranti on 14th of January till Magh Purnima across the country.
ये चंदा उगराई नहीं है, यह है जन जन की भावनाओं को राम जन्म स्थान मंदिर निर्माण का एक प्रकल्प है, संकल्प है।
The trust is seeking voluntary donations for which receipts of 10 rupees, 100 rupees and 1000 rupees will be given along with the photograph of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple.
Ever since the BJP and Shiv Sena parted ways in 2019, both the parties have not let go one single opportunity to question each other over the ideology of Hindutva. The latest flashpoint is the issue of Ram temple donation. And now, going by the never-ending war of words between the two parties, this certainly doesn't seem to be the ending.
The question remains, how can it be right over right, right versus right, on an issue where both parties were together all through this journey for the construction of a Ram temple at Ayodhya. Now, before I get you more on the story, let me also tell you, it's not just the Ram temple at Ayodhya. A mosque will also be constructed. Where will this mosque be constructed? What is the roadmap? What does this mosque look like? It's not just a mosque, but also an Islamic center for excellence, education, a specialty hospital that's coming up in the 5 acres of land. India Today's Abhishek Mishra gets you the first exclusive peek into the mosque that will come up.
The Ram Temple plans are in place and the construction work will begin soon. Now plans for a mosque to rise have also begun. The design for a new mosque on government-allotted 5 acres of land has been unveiled. The mosque will be built at Dhanipur village on the outskirts of Ayodhya. The mosque will be spherical in shape. It will be bigger and completely different from the Babri Masjid, which was demolished in 1992. The new mosque will accommodate 2,000 worshippers. The 5-acre compound will also have a 200 to 300 bed specialty hospital, a library and a museum, a community kitchen, and a house in a multi-story vertical structure. When India Today visited Dhanipur village, it found locals, both Hindus and Muslims, happy that the project was finally coming through.
और लोग में मतलब काफी मतलब उल्लास है बनने से। नहीं, बहुत अच्छा वो रुझान चल रहा है कि बने तो इससे विकास की जो होगी धारा बहेगी।
मस्जिद के लिए तो उतना खुशी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, खुशी इस बात की है जो हॉस्पिटल बन रहा है यहाँ पे। उम्मीद इसी बात की ज़्यादा है कि क्षेत्र का विकास होगा इससे, क्योंकि देश विदेश से भी लोग आएंगे उसको देखने के लिए। अगर जैसे तकनीकों का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है और जैसी डिज़ाइन उसको दी गई है, जो कि एक गल्फ सिटी की डिज़ाइनों की तरह तामीर करी जाएगी मस्जिद।
Uttar Pradesh may have a history of communal tensions, but Dhanipur village, its people say, have always lived in harmony.
हमारे गांव में कोई आपत्ति न किसी प्रकार का कोई वो है। जो मस्जिद बन रहे हैं न, इससे हम लोग को कोई इतराज़ी है। मंदिर बनेगा, वो मस्जिद बनेगी, हॉस्पिटल बनेगा, इससे लोगों का निर्माण और भी बढ़ेगा, विकास भी बढ़ेगा।
The construction of the mosque is scheduled to begin early next year. What's certain is that it will not be named after Babar.
On one hand, the construction of the Ram Temple is going to start soon, but on the other hand, the construction and the design of the Dhanipur Mosque has come up with a new significance of development along with the religion. The villagers are awaiting for this work and they believe that this will write a new chapter in the development of this village.
Joining me on India First is Rishi Bagri. Rishi Bagri is a volunteer for the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra, involved in this process, in this drive to collect funds and mass contact. With me is also Shweta Shalini, spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Dhaval Kulkarni is the author of the Thackeray Cousins. He'll also tell us about the thinking in the Shiv Sena camp. And Dhaval, if I may, why would the Shiv Sena think that a mass contact drive and funds collection for the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi and a Divya Bhavya Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram Temple is actually BJP campaigning for 2024?
See, the Shiv Sena, and from the point of view of the party, justifiably so, is slightly wary of the BJP steering a march on the issue of Hindutva, of which the Ram Mandir is a very important component. You may remember that in 1992, when the Babri Masjid was unfortunately failed by in December 1992, it was the Shiv Sena chief, the late Bal Thackeray, who had claimed credit for the move when some BJP leaders were trying to shove off responsibility. And even Uddhav Thackeray, before and after he became the chief minister, has visited the disputed site at Ayodhya. In fact, the Shiv Sena was quite upset that he had not been invited for the...
no longer disputed, sir. No longer disputed, sir. Court orders are very clear.
It was disputed at that point of time. So he had not been invited for the Bhumi Pujan. So the party was quite upset. In fact, Uddhav Thackeray had gone to the extent of suggesting that the program should be held via video conferencing. And I personally see the larger ideological predicament of the Shiv Sena in this whole issue, because on one hand, they shifted to Hindutva in the late 1980s to reach out to a larger non-Marathi constituency. On the other hand, they want to keep their government intact, because now they are part of the Mahavikas Aghadi government in Maharashtra with two other parties which do not share Hindutva credentials. That is the NCP and the Congress, and this issue, the issue of the Ram Temple, may be at odds with them. So Mr. Uddhav Thakere's, I think his balancing act is that he has to manage the contradiction of being in power with these two parties.
So he's trying to ride two boats. Very, very difficult.
Abandoning Hindutva.
Fair enough.
So he at the his predicament is rather the delicate balancing act.
Okay, Shweta Shalini, is the BJP trying to ride the Sri Ram Temple wave? Shweta Shalini, it's timed according to the Shiv Sena with 2024 elections, and when you speak to Shiv Sena leaders, they say the milestone in construction is timed with UP elections in 2022 and the general elections in 2024, ma'am.
Gauravji, before answering your question, let me answer the question that you asked Dhavalji. You know why they are doing this? In Hindi, you have a word called Shamshan Vairagya. Ram Naam Satya Hai. This you get to know only when you know that you are about to die or you're dying. What Shiv Sena has done is basically political, ideological suicide. They are no longer Shiv Sena, they are surrender Sena. They've forgotten the statue of Balasaheb Thackeray that they talked about. They've forgotten Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's statue. In fact, they are not letting that happen. So you need to understand. In fact, right now you saw Sanjay Raut ji calling Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Shri Ram as Ayodhya ke Raja. So you need to understand this, that people who at one point of time talked about Hinduism, went to every household with this tag of Hindu Hriday Samrat, which they have forgotten long ago. People who do the politics of commission will never understand the politics of donation, the concept of donation. I have personally, to answer your question, been a believer of the fact that this temple is going to be the pride of every Hindu, and hence it is my duty as a Hindu, forget about who I am and how I sit here, but as a Hindu I will want to contribute. Do you know a little squirrel also contributed when the Ram and Ravan fight happened? And today we remember that squirrel because of the contribution that the squirrel did in the whole of Ramayana. We still hear that in Bhagavad Kathas. So I,
fair
as
enough.
a
So
Hindu,
you're saying
want to contribute.
let it be a contribution and don't worry about credit. But fair enough. But the Shiv Sena is saying that for the BJP it's all about taking the credit and riding the Hindu wave or the Sri Ram Temple wave for coming back to power in 2024. But let me take this to Rishi Bagri. Rishi, officially this mass contact and funds collection program apparently is to begin on Makar Sankranti on the 14th of January 2021. But unofficially, hasn't the process already started in Bengal? How are you associated with it? How much funds have you been able to either generate or get a commitment, Rishi?
Look, what the things are that when Sampati had contacted me, and I was like, I know a lot of HNI people in the Kolkata, and they are willing to contribute it. So it was unofficially, we were trying to mobilize the funds. But yeah, you have to understand, the several high net worth families are ready to give thousands of crore rupees for Ram Mandir. They want a single person can give 1,000 crore rupees check just to get inside the Ram Mandir trust. But we only want rupees 10 each from 100 crore common janta. It's our Jan Sampark Abhiyan, where we want to associate everyone in building the Ram Mandir. Everyone should have a sense of participation and contribution in building up a new grand Ram temple. The first prasad of the Bhumi Pujan went to a Dalit family. We want to unify every Hindu, irrespective of his caste, sect, financial status. And for us, a person giving a crore rupees donation will be treated at par with a person giving rupees 10 as donation. Both will get the same Ram Mandir picture. So for us, everyone is equal. But yes, we are working on several levels.
Let me take this. I'll come to you on these various layers, but let me ask Dhaval Kulkarni. Dhaval, is the Shiv Sena fair in seeing this as mass mobilization for the Bharatiya Janata Party? because the Shiv Sena is very clear. Sanjay Raut was very clear in that Samna article, which says that this is for BJP to win 2024 elections. And Sanjay Raut also said कि भगवान राम का मंदिर दान से नहीं बनेगा. How is that an apman? How is that an insult?
See, for the Shiv Sena, this is an issue that is not just restricted to the Ram Temple. I mean, the Shiv Sena is more worried about the weaponization of the construction of the Ram Temple by the BJP for what it sees are political ends. So that is why the Shiv Sena is making noises on this issue, because it does not want this issue or the issue of the Ram Temple to be snatched away from it. Because in Maharashtra, it was actually the Shiv Sena which raised it more aggressively than the BJP in the days of the Ram Temple movement. So it was one of the Shiv Sena's USPs at that particular point of time. Even today, the Shiv Sena has not abandoned its image of being a Hindutva party. So naturally, this will have repercussions on the party, its image, and even its cadre. Because all said and done, the Shiv Sena, party like the Shiv Sena, which draws support from the working classes, cannot afford to let its base in these sections be eroded in times of rising, I would say, Hindu or majoritarian assertion. So for the Shiv Sena, it is a combination of these factors.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shweta Shalini, the Shiv Sena raises some pertinent questions. Who will the volunteers be? Will they be members or karyakartas of the Bharatiya Janata Party? From what organization will they come from? What will be the roadmap of this mass collection program? And will this directly be linked or monitored by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Isn't that a fair question to ask, ma'am?
The fair question has a very, very fair answer, Gauravji. It is a pride of all the Hindus. And trust me, anybody who loves Prabhu Shri Ram is going to be a volunteer. I think Rishi has said it very well. This is a movement to unite each and every sect, every samaj of the Hindus, and these volunteers are going to be Hindus. So I don't think, if you I would invite Sanjay Raut ji, if he wants to be a volunteer, please come and join the movement. I would invite Uddhav Thackeray ji, please come and join the movement. But of course their high command will not allow that. I can really understand that, and that Dhaval ji will be able to tell you.
And why is that? Dhaval Kulkarni, is the Shiv Sena, because of being a part of a coalition with the Congress and the NCP, being weaned away from its core ideology of hard Hindutva? You know, the policy that Shiv Sena followed when Bala Saheb Thackeray was at the helm of affairs, and now when Uddhav Thackeray is at the helm of affairs.
See, to be honest with you, the Shiv Sena is a party. I'm just taking this question further to say that it may not be wrong, rather, to say that the Shiv Sena is a party bereft of any ideology. Because if you see the history of the Shiv Sena, it has allied with political parties across the spectrum. They have allied with the socialists, they have allied with the various factions of the Republican Party of India, with the Indicate and Syndicate Congress for a while. They were friendly with even the All India Muslim League. So, Indian Union Muslim League, which then had a base in Mumbai. So the Shiv Sena has allied with parties across the political spectrum. Now, I mean, since the 1980s, the Shiv Sena took a turn towards very hardline Hindutva because it wanted to expand its constituency beyond the Marathi Manush. Now, since it is in a very expedient alliance with unlikely partners like the Congress and the NCP, it is but natural that it has to play a balancing act. On one hand, Uddhav Thackeray, who has the dual responsibility of the party president, of being the party president, and also the chief minister, cannot afford to, number one, leave the ditch the issue or abandon the issue of Hindutva. On the other hand, he also has to ensure that his government does not collapse under the weight of these contradictions.
You can see what happened, Dhavalji, what happened to the Palghar Sadhus. It was a state-sponsored terrorism on sadhus, Hindu sadhus. And this is how Uddhav Thackeray ji,
Dhaval,
the son of Bala Saheb Thackeray, and the party that you are talking about is actually ruling the state today. So it's unfortunate.
I mean, this was essentially a law and order issue. And Shweta Shalini, from what I have read in the newspapers and I mean based on media reports, that was something born out of that was I would say a law and order issue. So I think it would be slightly imprudent and wrong.
No, so where is the FIR? Why was the FIR so late? What happened post the? Where is the action post that?
Let me come back. No, Shweta Shalini, permit me to come back to the central issue today. Permit me to come back.
Yes.
Permit me to come back to the main issue today, which is the Shiv Sena versus BJP on the Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram temple. And let's not get digressed. But Rishi, the commitment of 16 crore in one day in Bengal. Now, how are receipts being issued? And Rishi, is the Bharatiya Janata Party directly involved in this process in any which way, whether volunteers or the mass contact program?
No Bharatiya Janata Party is involved. This is like I am a BJP sympathizer, but I am working as a volunteer of Prabhu Shri Ram here. I'm not working as a BJP supporter or karyakarta or Sangh supporter or karyakarta. You have to understand the difference. Secondly, the commitment has come. These are the commitment coming from the big businesses houses, and they will be giving the checks on during the Makar Sankranti after 15, because this is an unauspicious period. So that is the thing has happened. You have to understand one simple thing. One thing need to be understood, that we don't need a single paisa from government or from any PSU or from the government aided institution. We can easily mobilize the money from the masses, and the more the donation, the bigger the plan will be. This is not only limited to temple, but we have acquired hundreds of acres of land nearby. We will utilize them to build accommodation for the devotees and other facilities. Parks, exhibition center are also in the radar. Bottom line is, people donated for the PM cares. People will donate for the Bhavya Ram Mandir voluntarily.
Okay.
There is no samna in it. It is a voluntary donation, unlike a post-extortion.
It's a voluntary donation.
What the every builder and every flat buyer has to give them extortion to live there peacefully. This is donation, not an extortion. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Dhaval, we'd asked the Shiv Sena to join us on the broadcast, but perhaps they chose not to on this very sensitive issue. But Dhaval, this would put the Shiv Sena on the back foot, because this is happening very aggressively, and the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra says across the country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Arunachal Pradesh, from Nagaland, from across the country, 10 rupees will be generated. It's a mass contact program. So does the Shiv Sena feel that its core ideology of Hindutva, it will take a backseat and the BJP will benefit?
Yeah, that is the balancing act I'm referring to. You know, the challenge is keeping the government in power. I mean, keeping the Mahavikas Aghadi in power without letting these issues sort of upset the apple cart, while at the same time trying to show its core constituency that it has not abandoned the issue of Hindutva. So this is the delicate balancing act I'm referring to. And I mean, how they perform it is, of course, anybody's guess. That is something only time will tell. So, but yes, these are, I mean, the Sena is in power, but I mean, it will have to sort of live out these contradictions.
Okay. Shweta Shalini, the Shiv Sena says it's also donated 1 crore rupees for the Divya Bhavya Sri Ram temple at Ayodhya. But this is to unfurl the flag of Hindu pride and not for the BJP to ride the wave. So that's where it's drawing a distinction. Being Hindu automatically does not mean voting for the BJP. That's the point the Shiv Sena is trying to drive home.
So unfortunately, Gauravji, you know why the Shiv Sena is not understanding this whole concept? Because they have been running their shakhas with their shakha pramukhs who are used to the word commission, and hence donation does not exist in their dictionary. So you need to understand the 1 crore that they give. I would have been happier if Uddhav ji would have given it from his own family account. You know, as a Hindu, I want to give it as a Hindu. He gave it as a political fund, more than welcome. Yes, but again, please understand that that is also a political fund which has been congregated or collected from the people somewhere.
Okay.
What we are saying is that for the future generation, I as a Hindu want to donate to my own Prabhu Shri Ram so that I can go ahead and tell my own grandchildren that I had a part in this national heritage, and this is what every Hindu is thinking today. And that's about it. And that's why you see the numbers pouring. Even in this Karmas month, you can see collections happening. And this
Rishi,
is what
I have the last 30 seconds on the broadcast in this part of the show.
In Hafta calculations, in toll nakas, is extortion and commissions.
No, but Gauravji, I mean,
Rishi,
there is an ambitious target of
Dhaval wants to quickly respond. Dhaval, 30 seconds.
I was listening to Shweta Shalini ji, but I would also like to take this opportunity to ask her a question, because this is not something that the Sena has been doing overnight. I mean, this is not something that has started as on today or as on yesterday. The Shiv Sena and the BJP have been in an alliance for 25 years, and after a very brief hiatus for another 5 years or so. This is something that has been happening for a donkey number of years. So I don't understand. The Shiv Sena and BJP are pointing fingers at each other, calling each other's names, but they knew this all the time.
No,
I mean, this is something that has been happening for a long time.
Dhavalji.
So I don't
Rishi,
understand
quickly,
why
last 30 seconds. Rishi, if you can quickly tell me what's the roadmap? How do 400,000 people come together, and how does this mass contact program get underway from the 14th of January? Rishi, quick, last 30 seconds.
And this is a very ambitious target of collecting rupees 10 each from the 100 crore Hindus for the Ram temple construction. The campaign will be kick-started from West Bengal, which is a cusp of the revolution right now, where the Sangh people, the ordinary people, people like me who support this cause will be collecting and mobilizing. We will be going to the rural, far rural places where we'll be issuing rupees 10 coupon to every contributor, and they will be getting Sri Ram picture. This will instill a sense of participation among every Hindu. This is the biggest mass connection program ever taken by any organization post-independence. We'll make it a mass movement. This is our plan. This is only for Prabhu Shri Ram, not for any party, not for any organization, not for anything. Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.